We're happy to be playing in the second round. 32 teams remaining after today's games. We look forward to going up against Baylor on their home floor. We're no strangers to playing on people's home floor, so we're excited about the opportunity.
We have a hand. Let's see. I tell you, I'm not seeing the hand raised at all. And I'm not sure if I am on. Will you go? She's on. She's on. Will you go ahead and unmute? Evelyn, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you have a question for the players?
Yeah, I guess, and I'll probably ask Coach Yolett the same question, but I'm sure y'all have looked at some Baylor film, and does anything stand out to you about anything you saw?
And Evelyn, I apologize. Could you, even though we know you, could you give your name and your affiliation, please?
I'm sorry. Evie Van Pelt with the Rotovwalk.com.
And repeat your question.
Yes, I'm just wondering, basically for both players, if there is anything that stands out to them after watching the film of Baylor. Is there anything that caught their attention, or maybe anything they didn't know about them?
You know, we had a chance to watch a little bit of film this morning. They're a great team. I think it's going to be a great matchup. We're excited for the opportunity to play here, and yeah, just excited.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, I'm super excited to be on this stage, and yeah, just be able to watch these two teams go at it, so it's going to be fun.
All right, and we have a question from Skylar Dixon with the AP.
Okay, that should do it. Am I there?
Yes.
Skyler Dixon with the AP. Again, just getting both of you all to address this. Tameiya, I don't know, you weren't there 3 years ago in Waco, were you? I'm assuming you weren't.
I was not.
Okay, so for both of you, you weren't there 3 years ago, but I'm sure you know how it all went down, losing the first round game, not getting a chance to play Baylor in the second round. And I know that it's a totally different team, very few players. I think maybe just one player who were there. But had there been any conversations along those lines with Coach and, hey, we're going back there and would maybe like to have a happier ending this time?
I think we was all playing college basketball at that time, so we remember what happened. But it's a new season, new team, and we're just blessed to be here in the second round. We made it to the second round, so it's already different. So just taking the opportunity at hand and ready to play tomorrow.
Tameiya, would you like to answer?
Oh, no, yeah, just to go back on what KK was saying, this is a great opportunity for us. We're super excited to be here. Yeah, falling short wasn't in their plans 3 years ago, but, we're here now, and we're just going to embrace the moment.
All right, do we have any other questions from Zoom? Evie, you have another question?
Is there not anybody in the room?
No.
Tell all those Baylor beat writers that they need to get on the job. Come on now.
That was what I said.
What about you, Skylar? Weren't you here?
Well, it's an expenses thing. I hate to bring that up, but I'll
Fair enough.
I'll leave it for the exposure. Just kind of anticipating there would be people in the room and we could piggyback her.
Sorry, I had my thing muted, so sorry about that. I was pretty inept.
All right.
I was trying to ask the players. This is Evie Van Pelt with Level Walk. So yesterday I was there, watched Baylor and Grand Canyon play, and obviously it's a, home game for Baylor and a partisan crowd. And I know y'all experienced that last year, kind of when you had to go on the road. But does being in the SEC and playing in some of the venues that you play in, when you play at a South Carolina or at an LSU, does that help you, you know, obviously for like a game like this, where it will be a home game for a second round matchup?
Yes, of course. I mean, SEC is the best league. And like you just said, we just went to LSU and played them on their home court, and for the first time beat them. They haven't been beaten on their floor. So we've been preparing since the first game of the season in Paris. So a lot of road games, a lot of crowds. So this is nothing new to us. So we're just going to take it, the challenge at hand, and play our best basketball on their floor.
Yes. Same thing. It's just like, it's the same. You know, we've been preparing. We've just been preparing for this throughout the whole entirety of the season. So, yeah, so we're ready.
All right, Skylar, did you have another question for the players? Skylar?
Okay, there. So now I'm in charge of unmuting myself. Sorry. Okay. KK, similar to that, there's been so much conversation about you all feeling you thought you were going to get the home court for the first two rounds, and you probably deserved it based on what all the numbers said. But you have been to some of those places. What do you think might be a little bit unique about Baylor in the sense of some of the history and how many times they've used this Waco thing to get to the Sweet 16 versus, say, a Notre Dame, which also has quite a few skins on the wall?
I don't think there's much of a difference. I feel like when you have an opportunity to play at home, you know, you're going to try to put on for your home crowd. But we don't look at that. We look at it as another opportunity to play this game that we love and that we're blessed with the opportunity to play with. So as a team, we're going to, you know, they're going to put a great game plan together, and we're going to try to execute it to our best possibility and try to come out with victory.
And how much do you appreciate Coach Yo just kind of doing that whole, let's embrace this, yeah, we would have liked to have been at home, but let's not worry about it, let's just go play?
That's just a testament to who she is, and nothing's ever been given. So we respect all and we fear none, and that's the attitude that she's poured into us this whole season, and we're going to continue to do it this postseason.
I appreciate it.
All right, Evie, you had a question?
Yes, and actually for both of you, how does, I mean, to me, Coach Yo is very demonstrative about her, you know, basically an attitude of gratitude and not being, you know, there's a lot of coaches that would have spent a lot of, you know, media time complaining about not hosting, and she didn't do that, and y'all didn't do that, and just does just her spirit of gratitude, does that rub off on y'all? Does that impact you in your daily lives, even off the court?
Of course. I mean, we're a reflection of her at the end of the day. And just that approach, I mean, I can speak for myself. Just being injured last year and not getting an opportunity to play in this position, that's the attitude of gratitude itself. So just, again, being blessed with the opportunity. And because, like she said, she had a feeling of being 0-16 and not having an opportunity to even play in this tournament. So when you're put in situations where it don't go your way, you're always thankful for when the opportunity presents itself. So she's poured that into us as a team and as players, so that's how we reflect from her.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We are 100% in control of our own destiny, so we can't worry about what we can't control. So at the end of the day, we're just happy to be here. It's a great opportunity, and yeah, I think her attitude in this sense, it also prepares us for life within basketball and life outside of basketball.
Thank you.
All right, Skylar, you should be unmuted if you want to ask another question for the athletes.
No, good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Y'all good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, if there are no further questions for the athletes, Coach, can we let them go? We can release them. Thank you. All right. Evie, I see you have your hand raised and you are unmuted.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's just, me and Skylar, so, but I'm here representing your beat, so.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're welcome. Same thing I asked the players, what have you noticed about Baylor just in watching? Well, I'm not asking you to divulge, any of your game plan, but just what stands out about them to you?
Yeah, I mean, Baylor is an aggressive team. They want to get out and transition. They are pretty balanced. They have a force on the inside, and then they have some pretty good guards. So we'll have our work cut out for us. A lot of similarities in style of play, and so I think the team that executes the game plan the best will come out on top.
All right. And Skylar, I believe you had a question?
Yes. So, Coach, again, 3 years ago, you're about to have the matchup you were hoping to get 3 years ago when you had the first round loss. Since you've been to Stanford and Notre Dame, how might this be different? And it's, I guess, the same question for the players. How does that experience at Stanford, at Notre Dame, kind of translate here?
Yeah, there wasn't a matchup I was hoping for because I know that it's March Madness for a reason. So just like South Dakota beat us, they went ahead and beat Baylor in the second game. So, for me, I kind of I think this is the time of year where you just focus on your team and preparing them to go up against whomever. And so this year it happens to be Baylor. What's different? This group that I have, the schedule that was put in place has prepared us for this moment. Opening up in Paris, France, playing UConn on the neutral site, going to NC State and it was sold out, playing at LSU in front of 10,000 people. We're prepared for any type of environment, and we're prepared to play any style of team. It just so happens that Baylor is a team that their style is kind of similar to ours, so to speak. So I think we'll be ready, and this will be a great challenge, and I'm excited about going up against them.
All right, Evie, I see you have your hand up. Your mic is open.
Okay, thank you. I know you're saying that they kind of remind you in a way of y'all. Is there a particular opponent you've had this year that Baylor reminds you of or is similar to?
Yeah, I mean, they got a dominant big inside, so you can go, let's see, where do I start? You can go Texas, you can go South Carolina, you can go Oklahoma. You can go through a lot of dominant bigs in the Southeastern Conference. So that'll be something that we have seen before. And then they have good guards. And in the Southeastern Conference, every team has good guards, from really young guards to experienced guards. So that's what I'm saying. Like the style of play, the league is so diverse now that we've kind of seen everything. Like Ball State, there were teams that reminded us of Ball State, the Vanderbilts, the Arkansas, Missouri. And now we have Baylor, and that's more of a Texas, more of a South Carolina, LSU. We've played against this style, and the league has prepared us for that.
All right, and we have Skylar with a question. Oh, wait. You're unmuted. You should be unmuted.
Okay. You mentioned yesterday that, that 3 years ago, it was your all's first time together, and it's a totally different team, more prepared, et cetera. How much do you think the experience of, you add up these 4 years in a row going, for you as a coach, how much does that help going into kind of a high-stakes situation here?
Yeah, I mean, it has definitely prepared me, but I think that preparation has been a part of my journey, my whole life. So I've always been the underdog. I've always, I've never had a breakaway layup. I've always had to do a combo move or a Euro step to get my 2 points. That has really been my story. when we I can go back to when I was at Jacksonville and we beat Florida Gulf Coast and they were the juggernauts in the league, and we went to their place and beat them. It was their first time losing in 7 years. When we went to Palo Alto, you know, I think they had only lost 3 home games. And so it's just something that I'm very comfortable with. And I think it's because I don't let the moment become bigger than what's in front of me, which is the game plan. And we're always going to have a great game plan. I have a great staff that has experience. My staff, Quentin Hillsman is coaching the championship game in the NCAA. Coach Joy and Coach Emp has played in the Elite Eight and has numerous NCAA tournament experiences. And then you have me. This is my 5th NCAA tournament experience as a head coach. So, we have a lot of experience, and, this is just, to me, another game. I don't look at it like this is, I think the pressure's on Baylor. I don't think the pressure's on us. They're at home. So as far as we're concerned, we're just coming out and trying to execute our game plan as best as we know and can.
All right, and we have another question from Evie. Evie, your mic should be open.
Yeah, so, the Associated Press rankings notwithstanding, you chose to really load some tough teams on your schedule. You talked about how, you could have had cupcakes on there. You had a bunch of, you could have more wins and maybe be ranked higher, but do you kind of, at this point, now that you're here, you obviously must prefer that you've played those games?
There's no question, Evie. Now there were times where I was like, man, I wish I had taken the easier route. I felt like maybe we got penalized for it because 20-10 doesn't look sexy, but our strength of schedule is a 3. And you're hearing the names that I call, and then just being in the Southeastern Conference, we're playing. I think there were 8 teams before us that got ranked. There were 8 teams, and then you got South Carolina was up there, LSU's up there, Oklahoma, Tennessee was up there, Vandy got ranked, Alabama. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and it definitely has prepared us for this moment. So although there were moments, I wish we had played a little bit more easier teams. My team is incredibly confident as far as their ability to play right now. Like I said, our last loss was versus the number 1 team in the nation at the time, Texas, and it was by 2 possessions. So we're confident.
Good, thank you. Let me just ask one more thing.
Sure. No, go ahead, Evie.
Okay, you talked about how appreciative you are of the administration and the chancellor and the AD who have been supportive of you, but do you feel like, honestly, I feel like they should be appreciative of you. You completely turned this program around and had so many firsts that happened. So do you feel that spirit of gratitude, from the university as well?
Yeah, I think we're all a team with the intent to give the best student-athlete experience that we can. And we try not to make it more about, me or them. It's really about the student-athlete. I never asked them that, Evie. But I do feel my impact in the Oxford community from my foundation, what we do, the countless free clinics and empowerment summits and the way we put ourselves out in the community and the way the community loves us back. You know, I'm never unsure about what the crowd is going to look like on a weekend. You know, they come out and they support us. And I think that anybody that's not doing it in 2025 is a little bit behind. And there are a lot of things right now that can pull administrations, people, a lot of different ways, right? Just the way the business is going. But women's basketball matters. The impact that it has matters. And now we're receiving units. And is it what we want it to be? No, but it's a start. And there were a lot of people that came before me that fought for it to be where it is. And I hope that it will continue to grow.
Thank you.
All right, it looks like we don't have any other questions. So with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.